Water and the lack of it is California's biggest challenge right now. And it's not just farmers that are being scrutinized for their use of that resource. The bottled water business is also feeling the heat. Jane Wells has more from Los Angeles.
At a time when lawns are going brown and Californians are being told there's only a year's worth of water left in reservoirs, inside plants like this one, water is being put in millions of bottles every day to be sold, sometimes to consumers in other states.
The governor, for example, created a plan 3.5 weeks ago, but nothing was said about water bottling, nothing was said about fracking.
Natural springs and other sources all over California provide water for the bottling industry, though no one really knows how much water is being used. Now, a lot of people want to know, and water bottlers are facing a flood of criticism. Starbucks has been bottling its Ethos water in California, but the company announced it will find a new source outside the state in the next 6 months. But Nestle, the largest player with several labels, including Arrowhead, sourced in California for over a century, says changing sources creates its own environmental concerns.
So would shutting down the industry and facilities like this make a difference? Even though no one really knows how much water is bottled in California, it's a proverbial drop in the bucket. The U.S. Geological Survey says only 1% of the state's water goes for industrial purposes, and only a small fraction of that is bottled water.
But every drop is now under scrutiny. And even though some bottlers have water rights to sources, there is very little oversight. That could change. And while Nestle points out that making bottled water uses less water than many other industries, protesters plan to stand outside the governor's residence next month and demand a moratorium on bottling water in the Golden State until the drought is over.
I just think the whole thing of bottling water for profit is absurd.
Public opinion polls suggest that idea is starting to hold water. For Nightly Business Report, Jane Wells, Los Angeles.